Chosen one, there is a moment that has been repeating itself quietly, almost mysteriously, and you haven't been able to explain it. You fall asleep like any other night, your body tired, your mind ready to shut down, and then suddenly, without warning, your eyes open. It's dark, still, silent. You reach for your phone or glance at the clock. 3:07 a.m., 3:22, 3:41. Somewhere in that window. Again. And what's strange is not just that you woke up, it's how you woke up. Not groggy, not disoriented, but alert, aware, almost as if something inside you was called to attention. Your heart might be beating a little faster. Your chest feels full. Not pain, not panic exactly, but a weight you can't quite name. You lie there, staring at the ceiling, and the silence feels louder than it should. The world around you is asleep, but you are not. And you try, don't you? You turn to your side, close your eyes, adjust your breathing, hoping to drift back into rest. But something won't let you. Your body is still, yet your awareness is wide awake. Minutes pass, sometimes longer, and then the thoughts begin. Not always loud, not always chaotic, but present. A feeling that something is unfinished, something unresolved, or sometimes something is trying to reach you, but you can't quite grasp it. And that's when confusion creeps in. Why am I awake? Why now? Why does this keep happening? Chosen one, this is not random. This is not just a broken sleep cycle or a restless night. The precision of the timing, the sharpness of your awareness, the consistency of the pattern, it is trying to get your attention. Because you are not just waking up, you are being awakened. Chosen one, what you are experiencing is not accidental, and it is not without purpose. Those moments when you wake between 3 and 4 in the morning, they are not interruptions. They are invitations. You have been conditioned to treat them like a problem to fix. To roll over, force your eyes shut, and chase sleep as if you've done something wrong by waking up. But what if the mistake is not the waking, but the resisting? Because there is a name for this hour. It is called the night watch. And throughout time, those who were sensitive, those who were chosen, those who carried a deeper awareness, they were often pulled into this exact window. Not for rest, for alignment, for reception, for assignment. Right now, it feels confusing because no one taught you what to do with it. So your body wakes, your spirit is alert, but your mind has no framework. That's why it feels uncomfortable, even unsettling. But stay with me, because by the end of this, you are going to understand exactly why you are being called during these hours, and more importantly, what you are meant to do when it happens again tonight. Because this is not just a disturbance in your sleep. This is a summons. Chosen one, before we go any deeper, I need you to do something simple, but powerful. The kind of action that breaks isolation and reminds you that what you're experiencing is not just yours alone. Go into the comments and write the exact time you've been waking up. Not roughly, not around 3. Be precise. 3:07, 3:18, 3:33, whatever it has been for you. Because something happens when you see others writing the same times. It shifts you out of confusion and into awareness. You begin to realize this pattern is not random, and you are not alone in it. There are others being stirred at the same hour. Others lying awake in the same silence. Others feeling that same unexplainable pull. And when you see it, when you recognize the pattern across different lives, it starts to confirm what your spirit already sensed. This is coordinated. And if you've been feeling this more intensely than most, if your nights feel heavier, more charged, more meaningful, then listen closely. You may be more sensitive than you've been told, more receptive, more attuned. That's why I created something specifically for those who feel deeply during these hours. A guide to help you understand what's happening, how to protect your energy, and how to move through these awakenings with clarity instead of confusion. But for now, just start with this. Write your time. See who else is awake with you. Chosen one, now we step into the deeper truth of what this experience actually is. Because if you continue to interpret these awakenings as interruptions, you will completely miss the assignment hidden inside them. And this is where everything begins to shift for you. When you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this trying to invite me into?" You have been taught to see the night as empty, as inactive, as nothing more than a space meant for unconscious rest. But that understanding is incomplete, because the night is not empty, it is quieter. And that quiet is not absence, it is access. During the day, your awareness is constantly being pulled outward. Notifications, responsibilities, conversations, expectations. Your mind is stretched across so many directions that even if something meaningful tries to reach you, it gets filtered out by noise. You are active, but not always receptive. Moving, but not always aligned. But when night falls, everything external begins to loosen its grip. The world slows down. The demands fade. The energy shifts into stillness. And in that stillness, something very specific happens to you. Your internal sensitivity increases. Your awareness sharpens. Your spirit becomes more accessible because it is no longer competing with the outside world. This is why the timing matters. Being awakened at 3 a.m. is not random. It is precise. It is a window where your system is most open, most quiet, most able to receive without interference. And that is exactly why you are being stirred during this hour. Chosen one, you are being called into what is known as the night watch. This is not about performance. It is not about religion or ritual in the way you may have been taught. This is about positioning, about being present in a moment where something greater can move through you because you are finally still enough to notice it. That sudden alertness you feel when you wake up, that awareness that doesn't match the hour, that is not your body malfunctioning. That is your system being activated. And that weight in your chest, that unexplainable pressure or presence, that is not automatically anxiety. It feels unfamiliar, so your mind tries to label it. But in truth, it is sensitivity. It is your internal awareness picking up on something that requires attention. Sometimes that attention is not even about you. There are moments when you are awakened because someone connected to you is in a state of need. Not always something visible. Not always something you can logically explain, but your awareness becomes a bridge in that moment. You feel something because you are meant to hold space for it, to acknowledge it, to bring consciousness to it. Other times, it is deeply personal. It is clarity trying to reach you, direction trying to form, realignment trying to take place without the interference of your daily patterns. There are things that cannot land in you while you are distracted, while you are rushing, while you are trying to keep up with everything around you. They require stillness. They require quiet. They require you. And this is the only hour where you are fully available. But here is where most people miss it completely. They wake up, feel the shift, and immediately resist it. They turn over, force their eyes closed, try to drag themselves back into sleep as quickly as possible. Or worse, they let their minds spiral into worry, into stress, into overthinking about things that drain them. And in doing that, they misinterpret the moment. They take something sacred and reduce it to discomfort. Chosen one, what if you stopped doing that? What if the next time you wake up, you didn't rush to escape it? What if you didn't label it as a problem? What if instead you stayed, just for a few moments, fully aware, fully present? Because that is where everything begins to open. The moment you stop resisting, the atmosphere changes. Your breathing slows. Your body softens. The tension begins to dissolve, not because the moment disappears, but because you are no longer fighting it. And in that space, something subtle begins to move. It may not come as a loud voice. It may not be dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. A thought that feels different from your usual thinking. A name that surfaces without effort. A sense of knowing that wasn't there before. A feeling that gently directs your attention somewhere specific. This is not imagination. This is reception, but it requires your cooperation. You don't have to perform. You don't have to do anything impressive. This is not about effort. It is about availability, about choosing to remain open instead of shutting down the moment because it feels unfamiliar. Chosen one, the night watch is a posture. It is you saying, I am here. I am listening. I am available. And when you take that posture, the experience begins to change. The weight in your chest transforms from confusion into direction. The alertness becomes clarity instead of discomfort. The silence becomes communication instead of emptiness. You begin to realize this was never meant to harm you. It was meant to involve you. Because you are not just someone who sleeps through the night untouched. You are someone who is aware enough, sensitive enough, aligned enough to be awakened when something requires presence in that exact moment. And the more you lean into that, the less these awakenings will feel like interruptions. They will begin to feel intentional. They will begin to feel precise. They will begin to feel sacred. Because what once confused you was never random. Chosen one, now we need to uncover something that has been happening to you in silence, something so subtle that you may have mistaken it for your own thoughts. Because not everything that meets you in that sacred hour is meant to guide you. Some of it is designed to pull you away. The moment you wake up, 3:12, 3:27, 3:41, there is a window. A very small, very precise opening where your awareness is clear, unfiltered, and highly receptive. You are not fully in the world, and you are not fully asleep. You are in between. And in that space, you are open. But that openness does not go unnoticed. Almost immediately, something tries to occupy it. A thought enters, then another, and they feel familiar, logical, even responsible. You suddenly remember something unfinished, something you need to fix, something you should have done differently. A bill, a deadline, a mistake, a conversation that keeps replaying in your mind. And before you realize it, you're no longer present. You're thinking, calculating, replaying. Your body, which woke up in awareness, is now pulled into tension. Your chest tightens, but not in the same way as before. This time it feels heavier. Your heart begins to race. Your breathing shortens. The stillness of the night disappears and is replaced with mental noise. Chosen one, this is the shift you must learn to recognize. Because the moment you follow those thoughts, the moment you engage with them, the assignment is interrupted. Understand this clearly. Not every thought that appears in that hour is truth. And not every thought that feels urgent is meant for you to act on. In fact, the urgency is the signal. Because what is truly meant for you in that moment does not rush you. It does not overwhelm you. It does not scatter your focus. It draws you deeper into stillness, not further into chaos. So if what you are feeling is anxiety, pressure, spiraling thoughts, that is not alignment. That is interference. Its purpose is simple: to distract you from the reason you were awakened. To take a moment that was meant for clarity, for connection, for quiet awareness, and fill it with noise that drains you. Because once your mind is occupied, your awareness is no longer available. And if your awareness is not available, you cannot receive. That is how the moment is stolen. Night after night, this pattern repeats. You wake up, you feel the shift, and then you are pulled away before you even understand what was happening. And eventually, you start to associate these awakenings with stress instead of meaning. But now you see it. Now you can interrupt it. The next time you wake up, and that first anxious thought tries to enter, do not follow it. Do not chase it. Do not try to solve it in that moment. Let it pass. Return to your breath. Return to the stillness. Return to awareness. Because the moment you stop feeding the distraction, it loses power. The noise fades. The pressure softens. And what remains is the original space you were meant to step into. Quiet, open, undisturbed. And in that space, you will finally receive what was waiting for you all along. Chosen one, now this is where everything changes, not in what is happening to you, but in how you respond to it. Because up until now, every time you've been awakened, your instinct has been to fight it, to resist, to turn over, close your eyes, and force your body back into sleep as if you've done something wrong by being awake. But what if the breakthrough is not in going back to sleep, but in changing your posture within the moment? Because the awakening is not the problem. The resistance is. You've been treating this like an interruption, when in reality, it is an invitation. And invitations require a response, not avoidance. So the next time you wake up, and you will, don't move immediately. Don't reach for your phone. Don't let your mind run ahead of you. Just stay still for a moment. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the awareness that is already present. This is your entry point. Chosen one, shifting your posture does not mean doing something complicated. It means becoming available. Instead of reacting, you begin to receive. Instead of forcing, you allow. Instead of filling the space, you honor it. Let your breathing slow naturally. Not controlled, not forced. Just observed. As your breath deepens, your body will begin to soften. The tension that usually follows you into these moments will start to release. And when that happens, your awareness becomes clearer. Now you are no longer caught in the confusion of, why am I awake? You are present in the reality of, I am here for a reason. And from that place, something begins to shift internally. You may feel a gentle pull toward a thought that feels different, quieter, more grounded. You may sense a direction, a name, a feeling that asks for your attention. Don't rush it. Don't analyze it too quickly. Just acknowledge it. This is where listening begins. Not with effort, but with stillness. Chosen one, you are not being asked to perform in this hour. You are being asked to be present. That is the posture. Awake, aware, receptive. Even if nothing dramatic happens, even if all you feel is calm, that is enough. Because calm is not empty. Calm is space, and space is where clarity forms. The mistake is thinking something big has to happen for this moment to matter. It doesn't. Sometimes the most important shift is simply that you stayed, that you didn't run, that you didn't resist. Because every time you choose presence over resistance, you strengthen a new pattern. A pattern where you trust the moment instead of fearing it. And over time, this becomes natural. The awakenings no longer feel confusing. They no longer feel heavy. They begin to feel intentional. You wake up, and instead of tension, there is awareness. Instead of frustration, there is openness. That is when you know your posture has changed. Chosen one, you don't need to control the moment. You don't need to understand everything immediately. You just need to be willing to meet the moment differently than you did before. Because the moment you stop fighting the night begins to speak. Chosen one, come back into stillness with me, just for this moment. Let everything else fade, the noise, the questions, the tension you've been carrying. This is not just the ending of a message. This is a ceiling, a decision point, a declaration over what these midnight hours will become in your life from this moment forward. Place your hand over your heart again. Feel the rhythm beneath your palm. Steady, consistent, alive. Let your breath slow down, not by force, but by awareness. Inhale gently and release. You are here. You are aware. And you are not alone in this hour. Now listen closely, because this is not passive. This is authority being spoken into your experience. I declare that every midnight awakening you encounter from this point forward is no longer labeled as disturbance. It is sacred. It is intentional. It carries meaning. You are not being pulled out of rest without reason. You are being invited into alignment, into awareness, into a moment that was prepared specifically for you. I release you now from every anxious pattern that has tried to claim this hour. Every racing thought, every spiral of worry, every false sense of urgency that rushed into your mind the moment you opened your eyes, it is no longer permitted to stay. It does not belong to you. It has no authority over your peace. Chosen one, your mind is steady. Your breath is deep. Your body is safe to be still. I declare that when you wake in the night, you will wake into calm, not confusion. Into clarity, not fear. Into presence, not pressure. The stillness will no longer feel heavy. It will feel intentional. It will feel prepared. Every sensation that once unsettled you is being redefined. That weight in your chest is no longer something you resist. It becomes something you understand. It shifts from burden into direction, from tension into awareness. You are no longer overwhelmed by what you feel. You are guided by it. And I speak this clearly over you. You will not be distracted in these hours again. You will not be pulled into cycles that drain you. Your awareness will remain anchored. Your attention will remain clear. You will recognize what belongs in that moment and what does not. Chosen one, the night is no longer something you endure. It is something you enter consciously, with trust, with openness, with quiet confidence. So the next time your eyes open in that still hour, you will not question it. You will not resist it. You will remember. You will breathe. You will settle into the moment instead of escaping it. And in that stillness, you will listen, because now you understand, deeply and clearly, this was never insomnia. This was always a calling.